Okay. Good evening, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started just right now. Not formally, so we haven't been called into order, but we're just gonna go over protocol stuff. Like I said, we'll go over all these protocols in the beginning of every Senate, just to refresh everyone, make sure we're on the same page, and ensuring that safety is our top priority here. So for everyone online, remember that your attendance will be just by who's on the call and who's coming in. So if you're in the call, Secretary Myers has you down. Also, everyone online, please rename yourself accordingly. And then we'll be doing roll call for in-person here tonight with all of you people here. Just please say here. And then for in-person to be recognized, please stand and hold up your name placard. I'm sorry, the letters get really small as it goes up, and sometimes masks are hard. So if I squint or I really can't see you, if I just recognize you, just please kind of shout your name for me, and I'll try to make sure I hear it and everything correctly. Then if you recognize online, just remember that you must raise your hand. I have people here up with me that will let me know that you've raised your hand, and also all motions must be typed. So if you're online, those are some of our protocols. Remember also that there is a entrance door over here on my right, y'all's left, and then the exit door only is on my left, y'all's right, okay? Please follow those protocols. That's just to create a nice flow. There's no back traffic or anything like that. Also, there's a hand sanitizer over there. Please use that. Further, you should only be sitting where a name placard was, or in the case of some of our first-year senators, the only people that have name placards are the voting members. Everyone just must be seated in one of the designated seats. So make sure we're following all COVID-19 protocols. Finally, no congregating afterwards. Please just, nice in an orderly fashion, leave the MLC room and then go about your evening. And then finally, just as a general reminder, just be attentive. If we're attentive, we're efficient, we can get through all the business that we need to do and get everyone out on their evening and what they need to do. So with that, that's all we got. We're gonna go ahead and get started and do a formal call into order. I'll now call to order this Senate session of the 33rd Senate. Secretary Myers, can you please now call the roll?
Alejandro Collins. Bradley Howard.
Here.
Bridget Helms. Bryson Henriott. Chance Lacey.
Here.
Chris Harmon. Christopher Jew.
Here. Here.
Sierra Thomas. Here. Dallas Hunt.
Here.
Dylan Fauntleroy.
Here.
Ella Baxter. Here. Gabriella Gagliano. Graham Hall.
Here.
Haddon Powell.
Here.
Hank Manning.
Here.
Hazel Allen.
Here.
Jack Madod.
Here.
Jared Isaacs.
Here.
Juliet Eden. Here. Kate Forrell. Kendall Henry. Here. Lindsay Smith. Here. Marilyn Dyer. Here. Morgan Lilly.
Here.
Nick Newberg. Sam Bryant.
Here.
Samuel Cook.
Here.
William Kervin.
Here.
William Harris.
Here.
George Moore.
Here.
Joseph Fredman.
Here.
Gabby Lewis. Kyle Hume.
Here.
And Matthew Jew.
Here.
Secretary Myers, do we have a quorum?
The quorum has been met.
With that, we'll move on to our first order of business, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Seeing as we have a quorum, we are now in line for the approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting. The agenda was sent out last Friday. Secretary Myers will display it on the screen now as well. Are there any additions or corrections that need to be made to the agenda at this time? Seeing no objections, the agenda is approved. We are now in line for the approval of the minutes from our last meeting of the 33rd Senate. For the next minute, 30 seconds or so, please read over the minutes shared on your screen. Are there any additions or corrections that need to be made at this time? Seeing no objections, the minutes are approved. We'll now move into open forum. This is the time where students joining us in the Senate, they all have to be via Zoom though. We're not allowing guests in the Senate chambers just for Senate COVID protocol. If there are any students wishing to speak at open forum, now is your time. Please raise your hand and you'll be recognized. With that, I will close open forum and take back that time. We are now in line for officer reports. To ensure an efficient meeting, especially here in person and on Zoom, this hybrid system, we will be limiting all executive and legislative officer updates to 3 minutes. And I also ask that our committee chairs, when we get to it, please keep it under like 45 seconds, just for efficiency's sake. So first off, the chair would like to recognize President Asim Ahmed.
Yeah, Awesome is sick right now. So am I allowed to speak or no?
Yes, that's fine, Carson. The chair would now like to recognize Treasurer Cook.
Yes. Hey, y'all. Yes, Awesome is sick. Send him your best wishes. But yeah, just a couple of updates from me. The all campus committee is getting confirmed tonight. Super excited about that. That will be happening at the last week of March, right before we are officially out of office. Got some small clubs requests today and yesterday. So we will be having small clubs on the 16th. I'm about to send out email information to small clubs committee tomorrow after there's one more club that wants to ask for money. So I'm waiting until they send it to tell the committee about it. The book closet is officially open. We've already had tons of requests of students checking out books. And so it is located in room 103 in the DAE. Super excited about that. That's an initiative that our ticket wanted to see, and it is done. And it's exciting that students are already using it. And then in March, we will be having a breakfast sponsored by SGA for all 4 Council of Greek presidents. To just talk about what unity looks like and what we can do for Greek unity, because we believe that Greek unity is like the best way for Greek life to happen on campus. That is all the announcements that I have. Yeah.
Thank you, Treasurer Cook. The chair now recognizes Vice President Qualpong.
Everybody's. I apologize for not being able to have my camera on. My updates are going to kind of echo Carson. Nothing really new to add aside from the fact that we're still continuing to work with Athens Clarke County community leaders to see how best we can serve them through forum and just the other methods that they need. And we're continuing to look into different ways that we can get that diversity, inclusivity, and equity training available, and just some brand new ideas that we have for that hopefully we'll get to roll out in our very own cabinet and Senate really soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And that's all for me.
Thank you, Vice President Qualpong. With that, I now have some updates. First off, welcome. Thank you all for being here. To all of our online Zoomers, thank you for being here. Glad to have you. Just as a general reminder, please make sure we're following all the Senate COVID. Those are super important. If we're not following those, then we're not being safe, and safety here is our top priority, and we all take it very seriously. But also, I just want to share some of the things that Senate's working on that I'm super excited about. And as we get more updates, they'll be explained even further. But one of the things is that our Senate one-pagers that we've talked about before that give details on whether a student has COVID-19, whether they come into contact with someone that receives a positive test, or whether student one-pagers, student organizations, where how they should be conducting themselves during this pandemic and this odd time that we find ourselves in. Those will be going out on social media. So please be sure, we'll have staff and we'll be plugging it in the Slack to make sure everyone knows. If you don't mind, please just take the time to share it. That just increases how many eyes see it just exponentially, and that really helps us try to reach students. So please be aware of that. Something I'm super excited about, and Senator Kervin will talk about it more, but we're having a campus safety walking tour that's coming up with administration. That's a way allow us to identify weak spots in lighting, and it's super important. And then also, we'll be planning a Senate service event that will be planned by our wonderful Senate Pages, which is a new program that we started this semester, and we have 2 new ones with us. Matthew will introduce them shortly. And then we'll also be planning a Senate social. Of course, this will be socially distanced. We'll be looking for outdoor venues as well to optimize safety. That will be planned by Macy and Lily. So just be on the lookout for all those details. And then finally, we have a blood drive coming up in March. Hospitals have been strapped for blood, not only just because there's always a need for it, but with COVID-19, that need is increased. So these are just some of the things that are coming out of Senate that I'm super excited about. But I'll turn it over to Senator Thomas.
Hi everyone, let me just pull my notes up, sorry. Okay, so the Educational Affairs Committee of the University Council met yesterday. There were 2 pieces of legislation brought to the floor at the last meeting that were both brought up at the meeting of Educational Affairs. The GRADE database resolution regarding the implementation of an institutional website was officially recommended by EAC. There are a couple of additional committees that it needs to go through before it will be hopefully presented to the floor. But we hope to see that come to fruition in the next couple months. Moreover, the survey that I was plugging over the last couple of weeks regarding the daily class schedule survey was presented, and that data was brought forth. So EAC has officially made the recommendation that the current class schedule of 20 minutes between classes be implemented in future semesters. And so we should see that remain through the fall semester and into the rest of the school years to come. Other than that, I am currently working with some first year senators to re-implement Breaking Barriers and refine mental wellness programming. It was something that was started last year. We're trying to adapt it now for a virtual format because obviously a lot of the in-person events that we had last year are no longer possible. So stay tuned on that. I also met with Housing today to talk about the implementation of safe word systems at residence halls in order to promote the safety of all of our students. And the Franklin Senators, which 7 out of the 11 of us met with Dean Dorsey last Friday to talk about the human issues that the college is facing. We brought up the possibility of increasing communications using social media pages more and the possibility of a student newsletter, as well as upping the amount of involvement that the student ambassador program has. And that is all the updates I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Thomas. With that, we are now in line for committee reports from the Senate. As a reminder, please try to keep it as brief as possible, just for efficiency's sake, because we have 6 of you all. So with that, the chair would like to recognize the Campus Services Chairwoman, Minna Abdelwahab.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me all right? Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes, hopefully. So just a few updates from Campus Services. The first is that Senator Jared Isaacs has been working all year with the Office of Emergency Preparedness and really developing that relationship. They're definitely interested in having a stronger relationship with Senate, and so he along with Senator Jack McDonald will be bringing legislation to the floor, hopefully next Senate. And generally, we're hoping to strengthen that relationship. And then another really quick thing is that we, in the beginning of the semester, got some reports that dining services may not, or in the dining halls, there may not be as much social distancing as people would like to see. So if that is the concern that you guys have, please feel free to reach out to me. We have a liaison with dining services, and we'd love to kind of broach that topic with them if that is a concern. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Senator Abdelwahab. Next up, we have the Chairman of Budget and Oversight, Connor Green.
Yeah, thank you. I hope everyone in the room can hear me. Oversight is working primarily on advancing the program of the Small Club Allocation Committee. I am delighted to hear, of course, that we have some pending budget requests, but the committee at the moment rather, is focused on improving the overall profile of small clubs, both in social media and on listservs, as well as through word of mouth. So very quickly, if any of you are on the leadership boards of small or club organizations, or know people who are and who need funding, please encourage them to reach out to Small Clubs Allocations. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Green. With that, we have next up the Chairman of the EDI Committee, Senator Will Harris.
What's good, y'all? Sorry about not being here last week. I have death in the family, but I know y'all miss my cute little face. Real quick, Senator Lindsey Smith is working on legislation about religious holidays. She's looking for religious organizations to co-author. Senator Amy Schwartz is still collecting data for his great research fund project. Just collecting data and synthesizing all of that. Senator Kyle Becker is about to start working on legislation regarding proctoring software, like Response, Flydown Browser, like the camera thing. Students with not so great cameras are at a disadvantage with that, so we're trying to see if we can be like our institutions and drop that software. And Senators Libby Poland and Senator Isabella Flanagan are looking at doing the blood drive. They want to see if SGA can send our students doing antibodies. You will be paid. Panhellenic recently rolled out a similar program, and they want to see if SGA can perhaps partner with that. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Harris. Next up, the Chairman of the Campus Safety Committee, Senator Kervin.
All right, hey everybody. So just a few quick updates from my committee. First of all, I met alongside two other senators with Police Chief Silk last week. I've been reaching out to him and other members of UGA-PD since then, and we're working on setting up a video resource series with them, just to increase accessibility to the police department. Additionally, we're hosting our campus safety walk, as Sam mentioned, next Monday. In preparation for that, we sent out a survey to all of the students, hoping to gauge any areas of campus they believe need lighting improvements. So please continue to push that on any of your social media pages. And then finally, our committee's been continuing to work on our sexual assault prevention resource series. So we hope to have that finished up in the next couple of weeks. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Senator Kervin. Next up, we have the Chairman of the Educational Affairs Committee, Senator Bradley Howard.
Two quick updates for y'all. Senator Chu met with the Dean of School Social Work yesterday, and they met to discuss awareness of the School Social Justice magazine, and are currently working on ways to raise awareness and access to the overall document. And the committee as a whole is continuing our work on grade forgiveness policy. We are brainstorming a policy structure for next week's committee meeting, where we hope to finalize the structure of a survey so we can get that out as soon as possible and see how the students feel about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Howard. Last but not least, we have the Chairwoman of the Campus of Student Experience, Senator Ella Baxter.
Hey everyone, so we are continuing our work on all the initiatives that I was talking about last Senate. Senator Gabby Gagliano's initiative, creating a post-grad study away program has gone really well. She's working out the logistics with that right now with our contact over there. And me and Senator George Moore and Kenya Williams are working to extend the hours at MLC. So there will be some updates to come on that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Senator Baxter. With that, move right along. The chair would like to recognize Senate Chief of Staff Matthew McDaniel for any updates from staff.
Very quickly, there's quite a few updates. As you all saw, that launched on Sunday, there will be a recurring thing the Sunday before Senate. Is going to be called Senate Sundays, where we highlight both the senator as well as the agenda coming up. So if you haven't had the chance, go share, do that every week. We recognize Senator Henry out this week for his work. So just be on the watch for that. We'll also put something in the Slack each week where you can nominate someone. So please make sure that you're doing that for someone that's working hard. In addition, some of the projects that are being worked on right now, as we've mentioned a couple times, is the spring harvest piece. There's being some adaptations to that, but we're going to work closely with Office of Sustainability, as well as the new student farmers market that will be launching on campus in March to promote sustainability, as well as alternative food options such as vegan, vegetarian, plant-based in the dining halls, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables for students here on campus. So those are key. We'll be having events throughout the week with Office of Sustainability and other departments on campus. And Kelly's in charge of that. So if you're interested, like to work on it, please let us know. We'll put you in the working group. In addition, please make sure that you're continuing to push the Wall Street Journal. You'll see that on social media every week. Make sure you're sharing and pushing that to your schools and colleges individually. As you've heard, the blood drive that will be coming up. Also, please reach out to us if you're interested in assisting with that, both promotional side as well as day of. The campus safety walk is coming up. And with that, there's a very important aspect to that is the survey. And seeing as there are 20 survey results as of now, and there is 50 senators, we're going to allow 5 minutes for everyone to take out their phones. And you're going to take the 3 surveys that are up on the screen here, and the bit.ly link are there, well, the 4 that are up there. So we're going to allow 5 minutes for that. And just as we're moving into that, we have 2 new pages to welcome for the Senate program that we're launching, Evan Fry and Michaela Schnathers. So if you have an opportunity, please meet with them, congratulate them on becoming a page. And then pages, we'll all meet together after this. If you're on Zoom, then we'll hop on the Zoom right after as well. So please hang tight to discuss some things. But with that, we'll allow the next 4 minutes for these surveys until 7:50.
Okay, with that, we've hit 7:30. So if you're finishing up a survey, please just, take your time and finish it up while we continue on. But we are moving into new business, so please just be attentive. If you haven't finished them all, please make sure you go back and do them. They're all in the Senate Weekly as well, just easily linked there, so you can take them in literally no time. So thank you all for taking that time and being patient with us. These are just data is essential. If we don't have data to show admin, then they don't take us seriously. We don't get anything done. So it's really important. Okay. So the first item of new business we have up is confirmation of the All Campus Allocations Committee. With that, I'm going to recognize Treasurer Carson Cook to let him introduce them all, and also to speak briefly on what the All Campus Allocations Committee is, what that means for SGA and UGA at large.
No, y'all, okay, can y'all hear me now? Okay, so the All Campus Committee is every year, different student organizations come and present their budgets, and they request money for every year for their yearly budget. SGA does it too, so I'll be presenting to the committee as well. I just oversee that committee, and then there is representatives, and there's 6 SGA reps, 2 graduate student representatives from the Graduate Student Association. Then there is some representatives from Tate and different orgs that administrators choose. But tonight, the only people that we're confirming are the students who are current SGA members. So yeah, super excited about it. It'll happen last week of March.
Thank you, Treasurer. The people that are up for confirmation, I'll briefly list them out. We have Savannah Simpson, Fatim Neon, Hannah Klettenberg, Kendall Henry, Satara Khani, and Aaron Little. So that's who we have up for confirmation. In order just to speed things along, generally what we do is that we have them say they stand for questions. I'm just going to assume that you're all okay to stand for questions, but I want to speak for Senator Henry and Neon. Do you all stand for questions too? Okay, wonderful. So they all stand for questions. Does any senators have questions for the nominees? If you're in person, just stand, raise your hand, I'll call on you. If you're online, do the hand function. Good. Okay. Seeing no questions, I will take about that time. Is there any debate on the nominees? Anyone wishing to speak in favor or against any or all of the nominees? Seeing none, I will formally end debate and take back that time. I will now entertain a motion to vote by slate, which that means is that we will vote for all of them at once and not individually. So do I hear a motion to vote by slate? Okay, there's been a motion. Do I hear a second? Second, there's been a motion to second to vote by slate. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed? Better catch up with the online people. Good. With that, the motion passes. We will now move into formal voting by slate. So all those in favor of formally confirming the nominees by slate, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. With that, the nominees are officially confirmed via slate. Okay. Now with their official confirmation, the last phase of the process is to render the oath of office. So if we're going to have the 2 senators that are present here, just come forward up here to the front. And then Treasurer Cook, you'll render the oath. And then so people online, if you can just keep your microphone off and then just take the oath, raise your right hand and take the oath once Treasurer Cook asks you to repeat after him. And then our 2 up here in the front, if you'll please raise your right hands and then repeat after Treasurer Cook. And whenever you're ready, Treasurer Cook.
I state your name, do hereby affirm that I will faithfully support and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of the University of Georgia. And I will endeavor to fulfill my obligations to the students and my duties as all-campus committee to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Thank you all so much, and congratulations on your official appointments. With that, we'll continue on with the next item of new business, Proclamation 33-08. Okay. I will now recognize the author, Senator Gagliano, if she is here. She's not here with us in person, but is she online? If so, please raise your hand and we'll recognize you. Otherwise, if the author cannot speak, I will designate a sponsor to speak for proxy. Okay, Senator Gagliano is not here. I have some people here. I think you're all here in person except Senator Abdelwahab. Would either Senator Isaacs, Senator Thomas, or Senator Abdelwahab wish to speak on the resolution, like basically present it? That's something we have to do. Okay, the chair recognizes Senator Thomas.
Hi everyone, so Gabby's not here, so I have to the legislation for her. This piece is essentially authored to support dining services initiatives to make menu options more inclusive and more descriptive, I guess, of the available food options. So they're looking to implement a dairy-free label, much like we have like gluten-free labels and vegan labels in the dining halls. They're looking to implement a dairy-free label. And so this is just a proclamation to thank them for their efforts and just kind of support that initiative. I stand for questions.
Are there any questions for Senator Thomas? Okay. Seeing no questions, I will take back that time. Thank you, Senator Thomas. We'll now move into formal debate on Proclamation 33-08. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor or against the proclamation? Okay. With that, we have no debate. I will formally end debate and take back that time. Do I hear a motion to call the question? There we go. There's been a motion to call the question. Do I hear a second? Okay. There's been a motion, a second to call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Okay. With that, the motion passes. The matter before us on the table is the passage of Proclamation 33-08. We will now formally move into voting on this proclamation. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. With that, Proclamation 33-08 is hereby formally adopted. Congratulations. With that, we are now done with new business. And we'll move on to the good of the order. The good of the order refers to the time of our Senate session, where only members of the body can speak and make statements, offer observations, character of their work, anything that's happening in your lives. Now is your time. If you'd like to be recognized online, please raise your hand. In person, just please stand and raise your placard, and I will do my best to call on you. The chair recognizes Senator Thomas.
For the semester, So if you have legislation or initiatives that you are working on, please be dedicated and diligent in pursuing those and following up on your meetings on whatever legislation you're writing. As always, if you need help, we are here to provide that. New legislation is always due the Fridays after Senate, so anything to go to the floor by February 23rd needs to be submitted to me by Friday at 9. If you have questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Senator
Senator Thomas.
And just
And just thank you all here, our Zoomers in here in person for being attentive and making sure this meeting went smoothly. We really appreciate it and for following all of our protocols. Is there anyone else wishing to speak at this time? The chair recognizes Senator Howard.
I had a tonight. So until the 19th, I don't remember which organization, but there is a toiletry drive going on. It's a UGA versus Auburn in recognition of the gymnastics meet that's going to be happening at Auburn on the either 18th or 19th. Dropbox locations, one of them is at Stegman. They're currently working on getting one in at Tate. I am not sure where it is right now, but I can get anyone that information whenever Alex sends it to me. It's till the 19th.
Thank you, Senator Howard. And anyone else wishing to speak? Okay. Just to close, pages, please remain, if you're here in person, please just stay behind and come and meet us up here. And we can socially distance and meet. And then if you're online, we'll get a meeting going and have and accommodate you there. But with that, do I hear a motion to adjourn? Okay, there's been a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second? There's been a motion, a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Okay, we're adjourned.